Hi, this is Mr. Roche. We are here and trying to complete the lunar lander. And a couple of things that have to happen is we have to get some buttons working, and we have to get um, like a crash to happen, and we have to get it to move. Okay. Right now, this is what ours does. Okay. One thing it doesn't do is it doesn't accelerate. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to accelerate the lunar lander and have it crash at the bottom of the screen. That's something we want to have happen. Okay. Like if you miss the target, it should crash. Okay. So here's how you do that. Let's look at our code. One of the things we got to do is we have the code right here for lunar lander, and what it does is um, it moves, okay? And what we do is we move it by dy. And one of the things that should happen is the dy right here is 6, okay? Now, gravity, what it does is it sort of accelerates things. So let's see what it looks like if we just go like this. One of the things we could do is just go to lander dy, and what we would do is just add something to it. So we go like this. After what we do is we move it, and then we're going to accelerate. And I'll do this. Added to accelerate the descent. Okay. So I'm going to add like 1 to it. Okay. And let's see what happens if we just do that. So I've added one line to our code. We already have a lot of variables set up. We have a lander x and a lander dy, lots of stuff, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if this will accelerate, okay? So let me save and run it. See if it's acceptable. So that's great. So you can see it kind of like going down faster and faster. And if you wanted to, you could accelerate it by 2. But that seems close enough, okay? Now, what I want to do is I want to have it crash if it gets to this point because it's missed the lander, and you know, it should crash. Okay. So what we have actually is let's go back over here. We have a picture of the lander as crashed, and it is the blow up image. Okay. We have this. Okay. And what we did was we said display none. Okay. And I think all you need to do then is when you have this lander code, and if lander gets to the spot we don't want, we're going to set lander.dxty, right? Right. Let me see. We might have to make a little bit of a change here. Okay. We could do this, actually. Let's do this. We'll set a Boolean variable in here, okay? Okay, and that's going to equal false, okay? So there you go. So we got this crashed, okay? And what we're going to do here is we're going to say crashed equals true. Okay. So if you get to this point and it's going, oh, actually we should check the speed too. Okay. So we should do this. Okay. So if lander x is here, then we're going to do this. We're going to do a couple of things. We're going to say if lander dy, the y speed, is greater than, I don't know, some number. Let's say greater than 4. Okay. Or like even like 3 or 2 or something like that. Let's say 4 for right now. Okay. If it's greater than 4, then what I want to do is I want to say crashed equals true. Okay. So that's going to allow the lander to crash. Okay. And then we'll say lander dy equals 0, and then we'll have this draw thing. Okay. So what we'll do here is we'll say if crashed equals, this guy uses that in the book, equals false, then we'll do our drawing, okay? Just like we have been doing before, okay? So that looks pretty good, right? Okay, else, what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. We're going to say lander image. We're going to turn off the lander image. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. And then we're going to do the, I think the guy's called blow up image. We're just going to draw the blow up image. And we'll give it the same coordinates where the other one's supposed to be. Okay. Style dot left. And these are going to be exactly the ones from above. Same coordinates are going to work, right? And here we can do this like this too. Okay, and change this to blow up image. Image. Okay, so there it is. So we're going to turn, like, basically hide the one lander, substitute the other lander, and then just add the add a command to show it. Okay. And we'll do this. We'll say blow up image. Up image display block. Okay. And let's test that out. Okay, yeah, but let's see, before we do that, what I want to also do is make sure that in the beginning, the lander image kind of always shows up too, okay? So, so see how we have display none? I'm going to add a line up here for lander image, and just make sure it shows up like in the beginning of the thing. And we can do this image display block. Okay, that should work. Okay. And also, actually, let me see. I think I can move it down here because we have this set lander here, right? So what we should do is we should add something to display the lander, right? Make sure we're doing this right. Yeah, lander image. Okay, so we'll do lander image, display block, and then we should have blow up image display none, so we make sure that the blow up image isn't there anymore. Okay, so we'll paste this here. Blow up image display none. Okay, and then let me make sure that I have this down here. This has to be here like this. And there we go like that. Okay, so this gets done here. This gets done here. And where I've done all this work is I've done it in move lander. So I've got my move lander. Okay. And I've got my display block. Okay. So let's see if we can get that done. Okay. And let's see what happens. Okay. Here also, just sort of looking this over, I have an error here that has to get fixed. These, when you do this in, if you do it in CSS, you do it like this, but if you do it in JavaScript, you say equals. Okay, so what I'm using the CSS display, which is a style attribute for the lander image, and I'm saying none, and I think this is going to work now. So let's see. Okay, so we're here. Got move lander. We've made some changes here, just so you know. Here to accelerate. Okay. Okay, and then okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, so these guys got all kind of added, and we're gonna save all, and let's run it, and hopefully it'll work. Boom, there you go. Okay, so that looks good, and like what happens too is if you restart it, it'll crash. That's what we want, that, right? Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so the next thing to do is to kind of work on these reset buttons and the start button. So we don't want it to kind of fall automatically. We actually want it to wait until you say start. Okay, so that would be something that we're gonna have to set up. Okay, and like the reset button. Okay, so that's sort of the next thing to do, and let's get that done. But do this part first.